In today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to transform any flower bed. You're only going to need one tool. It's going to cost you no money, and the results at the end of it are going to completely transform the way your flower bed looks.
This project is on a budget, so I come up with ways to define an edge between the wood chips and the grass. Now I could have put the wood chips right up to the grass, and I think that would have been fine, but I wanted something that looked a little bit better. No dig edging, it's actually quite expensive. I don't want to spend any more on that, so this is free. It's a little bit hard work. I've got a shovel that's got a relatively flat edge, and I will be going along and digging this in and following a line all the way up there. I'll come in from the other side, and then I can dig that out. Very straightforward, really easy, and it's going to look really good.
You can create a layout many ways using spray paint or a hose pipe. I made a layout in my head and then just roughly went for it, and it turned out okay. But what I started doing was putting the shovel into the ground and digging it in. I had to jump on it because the soil was kind of rough. I was going through some roots and there were some weeds there as well. Now it is important to make sure your shovel is upright, or else you end up going in at an angle and then the edge will not be as clean cut as you would like. So once you make a couple of cuts into the turf with the angle that you want to be going at, then you can come in from the other side and dig out that turf.
So you do have an area that you're going to be edging like this. It is going to be a lot of work. If you've got softer soil, I have seen people do this with relative ease, where they just come along and just, 1 foot just all the way along, and their soil must be really soft, have no stones in it. But if you've got stony soil like I have here, it's going to be a workout. So just be prepared. It's not going to be something you'll be able to do in half an hour or so. Well, depending on the size that you're going to be edging. So we'll just get.
So we're working towards the top end, and I'm almost finished edging this flower bed. This part here was starting to get a little bit heavy. I'd been at it for a couple of days. But you see me here raking back or pulling back some of the soil to make sure there's a nice slope into the lawn here. Now you want to make sure that the soil is a little bit wet before you do this. It makes it a little bit easier to dig into the soil, but at the same time, it makes it a little bit heavier. So just bear that in mind. It is going to be a hard workout, and it does take some time. So here you can see all that dirt that I've still got to move, but you can see that I've got the line working all the way up this flower bed, and it looks great. If you are going to edge your lawn like this, just make sure you have somewhere to dump all of this leftover product. I'm going to dump mine outside of my fence in an area that I'm trying to level off, and I'm not too worried about there being weeds or grass in there. Before you do the next step, take a look and make sure you're happy with all the curves that you've just made. If you've not, go back and make some little adjustments with the shovel. Now you can move on to string trimming, and this is going to be the best way to keep these bed edges clean. And you're just going to trim the top and then flip the string trimmer over and edge it all the way up. And this is going to make sure that those edges to the flower bed are going to be really crisp, and it's going to look really good. I have added some weed fabric. That is optional. Just for this project, I decided it was going to be the best way moving forward. I've got my wood chips on top, and already you can see just how much better this looks with the live edge and the wood chips coming right up to the lawn. What a transformation this bed has had. I'm really impressed with how well this turned out. So if you did like this video and want to check out some of my other content, make sure you watch this video over here.